Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
Tigers fall at Alabama. What looked different? We're breaking it down on the Hannycast.
The Hannycast, a weekly LSU football film study with Charles Hannegriff and former LSU tight end Richard Dickson. Now to break down the Tiger tape, here's Charles and Richard.
Since 1984, North Shore Food Bank has been a cornerstone of downtown Covington, proudly serving all of St. Tammany Parish. Each week, we provide essential supplemental food resources to more than 350 households and partner organizations to support the most vulnerable in our community. Directly addressing food insecurity through a number of different programs, North Shore Food Bank specifically delivers weekend food bags to 8 different public elementary schools and also to operate student choice pantries in 3 public high schools for those experiencing homelessness. Join the fight. Visit northshorefoodbank.org to learn how. And we welcome you to another edition of the Handycast. I'm Charles Hannegriff, along with former Tiger Richard Dickson. Richard, the footballers seem to have taken a backseat to everything else over the last several weeks. There's plenty of places that you can go, including our show during the middle of the day and our show at 10 o'clock on Friday mornings, and the pregame and the postgame to talk about all the other things that are going on with contract buyouts and athletic directors and buyouts and court cases and all that stuff. There's plenty of that. Again, live and lunch every day, 11 o'clock. We've got whatever the latest is on it all day on 104.5 ESPN. You and I do 10 to 11 on Friday mornings, in addition to the regular show for Football Friday. So we'll get to all of that tonight. We're going to talk about the football part of this.
It's about time. I feel like you can't get on the radio station. Even the shows y'all syndicate from 10 to 11 is about what's going on. Well,
and we will do this here for just a second, is it's a much more compelling story.
Yeah.
This football team's, finality of the season is right in front of them. So we're going to be looking at some young players and some of the things they've done schematically and what they can do to try and improve. And if any of these players, are going to be back next year, the ones that are, what kind of futures do they have? We'll be talking some football stuff. But the other part of it is just too juicy to ignore. If you have a coach that has left but was fired but not fired, there was an athletic director that was named but not named. I mean, they have really made this challenging.
I just want to go to sleep, wake up, and be told who the coach is and move on.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah.
And I think it just being around Baton Rouge and for the people that are LSU fans or LSU alumni, they are tired of being embarrassed.
Yeah.
And this has been an embarrassing episode for LSU, and it angers a lot of people.
Something new every day. I mean, every time you think we're over
here, you wore the uniform. You can't possibly like the fact that your program is being drugged through.
I told somebody the other day that, I haven't turned on SportsCenter because every time I'm in a restaurant or a bar in a meeting, you look up and national media is talking about LSU and not in a positive light.
No.
And anytime that, I don't want to hear about it at this point.
We're starving for some good news. All right, so let's go to the film. This is 3rd down and 1. This is early in the ball game. The ball's down the LSU 39-yard line, and LSU stuffs them not once but twice.
Yeah, and for what we were talking about all week long was Frank getting these guys fired up, playing inspired, playing fast, and I really think that they set the tone early in this game. The defense came out there, get a big stop here on 3rd down. They really controlled the line of scrimmage. They get the push. Weeks does a great job scraping over, making the play. I wish they'd have been a little bit more ready right here. Anytime you see the quarterback walking up, you're getting ready for that quick sneak. But they fired off the ball and got a stop. And for me, I put these plays back to back, 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, because this is a tone setter for the game. I mean, we go up, kick the ball. They get a little bit of momentum going, but we stop them. And I think anytime you can get a 4th and 1 stop, it's huge. And especially when I went back and looked at our statistics on the year, when we've had 19 attempts in 3rd and 3 or less, and they've converted 11 first downs for an average of 7 yards a carry. So, when you're talking about playing better, playing inspired, This is back-to-back plays where you shut them down for 0 yards.
You surprised they didn't get back under center here on 4th and 1, which is this is the very next play here.
Uh,
I know you get stuffed on the first one, so you're not going to.
You get stuffed on the first one. I mean, a lot of times I'm okay with the Wildcat, going to do the Wildcat, but I mean, this is a great play by Pyburn. You're going to get stuffed up here. We're going to get a spill, and then Weeks does a great job scraping over the top.
Take a look here.
But what I thought was interesting is, and I didn't catch this during the game, in the 3rd and 1, we had Goodwin.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to write that down.
Gooden.
Gooden. God, I always say Goodwin. Gooden and Guillory in there. We come back in on the 4th and 1, and we put McKinley and Bro in, and they do a great job stopping. Watch the spill by Pyburn. That's huge because when you're talking about playing, your role, the play is spilt out because if you watch Pyburn right here, they're going to have a kick-out block on him, and he spills it. These guys get pushed up front. He's got nowhere to go. When this thing is spilled, he's got to bounce it back, and Weeks does a great job scraping over the top.
There's a 3rd and 1 and a 4th and 1 early in the ball game, and LSU was able to stop them both. We're brought to you by Cina in the heart of downtown Hammond, an upscale Italian restaurant serving traditional dishes in contemporary fashion inspired by an abundance of fresh local produce and the ways of old. Cina, creating a unique dining experience. Cina's goal is to use local ingredients and delicious recipes to create an exceptional dining experience while also providing a fresh and inclusive atmosphere that can be enjoyed by everyone. In the heart of downtown Hammond, Cina. All right, this next one is an LSU offensive play. Garrett Nussmeier complete. The catch is made by Nick Anderson. This is a gain of 16.
And this is, we start this game off.
A setup of what they're looking at first.
We're getting under center, if you look at that. We haven't done that a lot. And, that puts a lot more pressure on the linebackers. They have to respect a run game when you're right there. It just gives you so much more options and make people have to move. And I think, I'm watching this game and I'm excited at this point. The defense goes out there. We get a stop on 4th down. We come out here and we roll out some new things, get some nice plays, move the ball down the field. We just don't get points in the end zone. But this is the best Nussmeier's looked all year long. When he's rolling out, throwing on the run, that's a great throw. You're going to see from the wide side. And that's a tough throw by Nussmeier. He's got a tight window. But this is, I don't know why we've gotten away from this. This is where he looks the most comfortable. Moving the pocket makes it easier on the line. He's got more room to move. These are things that, it's the best he's looked. Most
Get away from it, Rich. I don't remember them running very much of this.
And watch the movement by everybody. When he does this, the whole line crashes because they go with the jet sweep. It makes it easier. When you're struggling on the offensive line and you run these fakes, you run a fake to the left and you roll out to the right, you're just giving him more room and giving him time to decipher the defense.
This is a couple of things that they did early in the game. One of them was they got Nussmeier on the move a little bit. And then the second thing was they went to the screen game in the middle of the field, which we haven't seen very much of either. So they had a little bit of success with that. Alabama adjusted to it. They had a little bit of success with that early on.
The first 2 drives, so, that drive finishes with a missed field goal. We're getting back right here. I think it's a 3rd and 6, and this is a hell of a play call. I really like it. You're going to get a tight end delay. The good blocking, everything's done perfect. It's like we're cursed right now. We get a great play call, great execution by everybody, and then we get a fumble.
Let's take a look here. This is Bauer Sharp.
Yeah, and there's one coaching point I'll show from the wide side that really causes the fumble, and it's a little bit frustrating. I don't know how they were coached or what they were thinking, but when you watch this, especially from the wider view, these guys all know the play. They know where the screen's going. They know which way the ball's going. And I'll just let it run. Kyle Parker's got to do a better job of understanding where the play's going and where to get. Because right there, you see he sets up almost blocking like the ball's going back to the right. And because he doesn't get that block or seal him off, that's the guy that leaks back in. And this is the guy I'm talking about. He's going to end up making the play. Right here, pause. Ooh, where'd it go? So right here, look where Barron Brown's blocking. He knows where the ball's going, inside. Kyle Parker's set up on the outside of him. Like, it's confusing to me why he would do that, knowing that the screen's going out the left. If he attacks a guy straight up and down the middle of his face and slides to the inside, not only this is a bigger play, he doesn't allow him to get back in and knock the ball out.
Seems like you've said that a lot this year. His head's in the wrong place. His feet are in the wrong place. He is aligned on the wrong side.
A lot of technique issues.
It seems like that has been not linemen, backs, and receivers.
Across the offense.
Mostly linemen.
Mostly linemen.
We're brought to you by the Capital Area USSSA baseball affiliate, hosting events for all skill levels into the spring. USSSA hosts league play, erect all-star divisions along with AA, AAA, and major league, major level state and national events. They got some exciting events lined up for next spring. For more information, contact Lane Petrie, 771-9095, 225-771-9095. All right, you want to talk about ball security at all?
I mean, we had 2 drives and 2 fumbles. It's not a great way to start the game. But, I mean, look, he's got to understand when you're running in the middle, you can't have one arm on it. You got to cover the ball with 2 arms. But like I said, also, Kyle Parker's got to get on the inside shoulder. If he takes the correct blocking path on that play, not only is it a bigger play, the guy doesn't leak back in and knock the ball out.
This next play is the longest run of the night for LSU. Harlem Berry for 37 yards. What are we looking at?
And it's very well blocked. You're going to see a little misdirection out here that's going to get the linebacker to slide. They're going to cut back through. Green blocks very well. I think the guard gets a pretty good block. They all block well. I think they get to it late. Kern's really laid off the ball right here. But when you watch this play develop, it's a huge hole. I mean, this little spin move gets the linebackers to slide. Very well blocked. I mean, these are the things early in the game where I'm feeling really good about what's happening. I'd like one of our running backs to break one of these at some point.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at what up front.
We got 2 tights to the left. We're going to split off a wing, and then Green's playing more of a tight wide. You're going to have Barry and Brown is going to loop around to get the little play fake to the the sweep to the right, and it just gets those linebackers moving and gets everybody on a better angle to get their block. But if you hit pause right there, I love where Kern's doing. He's moving a guy. Look at Green.
He's also got his head on the right side.
He's got his head on the right side. Green is face up. Got a good move. Look, you got Kern kicking back. Great hold right here. Backside blocked off. I mean, we're showing where these guys can do it. I mean, it's very capable. Everybody does their job here. I'd like for him to bust that one out wide. But these are the things that, when I talk about early in the game, I felt like the team was playing inspired.
Take a look from the wide angle here.
And you'll see when Barry and Brown comes around what it does to number 10 and number 41. They fly over, which allows, that was the middle linebacker and backside linebacker that slide all the way over that opens up that hole.
Picked up 37 yards on the play for LSU. We're brought to you by Town Square Pizza, downtown Baton Rouge on North Boulevard, for pickup or delivery and catering available for you out-of-towners coming in for games or coming in for the holidays. Monday through Saturday from 11 until 8. Delicious personalized pizza with unmatched speed. You've got a limited amount of time for lunch downtown. They'll get you in, get you out, give you very generous portions at Town Square Pizza on North Boulevard in downtown Baton Rouge. All right, the next play we're going to look back. This is an incomplete ball from Garrett Nussmeier to Trades Green. Yeah,
and they're going to get everything they want right here. With the motioning over, they're going to get a single high coverage. You got one-on-one on the backside. Look, he respects the hell out of Trades Green. He ain't trying to run with him. He's getting depth. But this is the one thing that, I got a lot of respect for Trades and what his potential is, but he's got to learn how to use his body. He's 6'7", going against a guy that's 6'1", and, the corner plays bigger right here. But you get good protection. He's got time. But if you hit pause right here, the DB's going up for it, and Trades' feet are still on the ground. He just hasn't learned how to use his body right there. That's something I'd love to see him time up, high point, get off the ground, turn around, go get that ball. I mean, nobody can stop you if you learn how to use your body.
This is one of the longer passes they've thrown him, a jump ball situation. A lot of those other ones have been in the red zone when they've done that in the red zone, and it's out of that diamond formation. But those have been 8 to 10 to 15-yard passes. This is one of the longer ones I've seen.
This is a long one, but this is what he's built for.
This is what he's got to do. I get that part.
That should be a touchdown all day long. I mean, he's got the size advantage. It was a great ball, perfectly thrown, good protection. He just hasn't figured out how to use that size he has, because there's no way in hell.
There's also can we talk about the clean pocket for just a second?
There's a lot of clean pockets in this game. If you go back, I I'm shocked. The PFF grades were pretty solid on pass blocking. I think the team graded out as a 90 in pass blocking in this game.
Because we always look, and I'm guilty of this too on post game. We've talked about they're getting pressure with 3 against 5. Not always.
No,
not always.
But it's also what makes it harder on Garrett. Like he gets the one-on-one. Trey's got to go. He doesn't leave his feet. This guy's leaving his feet. He played the ball. He got up and got his hand on it. Trey's has to be able to use his body. That should be a touchdown all day long. And then you're sitting right here. If you make the 30-yard field goal, you're up 10-3 right now. Things aren't going in the order that things aren't going our way.
No, you would. I was shocked that he missed a short field goal. Of course, Alabama missed one too.
But this is one right here. He's got everything. I want Trey's to use that 6'7" frame, go up and high point the ball.
Everybody else does too. All right, this next one's a 3rd and 11. This is late in the third quarter, and this was a fairly controversial play, Rich, because right now there's a minute 15 to go in the first half when they're coming up to the line, and Alabama doesn't have any timeouts left. This is 3rd and 11 from their own 19-yard line. With Alabama with no timeouts left, the score is 10-3 Alabama at this point. If they run the ball here and they take 40 seconds off the clock, they're going to punt after that, and Alabama's going to get the ball. The punt, because this is going to be an incomplete pass, the punt ends up putting Alabama at their own 34-yard line. But had they run the ball here, they would have taken that 40 seconds off the clock plus whatever you're taking to run this play, to run the play. My guess is that Alabama would have gotten the ball somewhere between 20 and 25 seconds to go. Yeah. On their own 34-yard line with no timeouts, they may very well have taken it in. They got it with 53 seconds left. They decided to go up-tempo, and they end up scoring in 3 plays. Now, Frank Wilson said on Monday they got the play and the look that they want. What are we going to see here?
Well, I agree. I mean, I think we kind of talked about this Saturday night. You have a fifth-year quarterback. I mean, I get the safe call to run it. These guys didn't practice all week and bust their ass and get out there. Like they're going to try to do a 2-minute drive. And look, you talk about a clean pocket. He's got all the time in the world. When you see this from the wide view, he's got open guys. You got to put the trust in your quarterback to, hey, if it's there, hit it. Let's try to make a play. If not, take the sack.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Even if you make this, the offense at this point is struggling to score, to move it. Yeah. If you make the first down at the 35-yard line and you got a minute to go, what are the chances that you're going to score?
I don't know.
I understand the first 2 plays of the drive.
At this point in the game, we are moving the ball. We're not finishing. We drive down, we miss a field goal. We got good plays in that first when he fumbles the ball. I mean, we just, the offense, I think their game plan and what they practice and they scheme, they're feeling confident. They're seeing the plays are there. There's yards to go make. Right now, they're trying to roll with it and just try to get something positive going. This is, of course, only rushing 3, but it's well blocked. He has time. I don't know where his eyes are. I don't know what his first read was. I assume it's to the left.
No, we're going to get to see this very well here.
And
say when.
Okay, but he's got to understand, you throw this ball, just watch Xavier. Now, he's coming out his break, and look at the middle of the field.
I see it.
Everything's there. You can let it go another click. I mean, he's there. I mean, he's there the whole time. I don't know where he's looking. His stripe of his helmet is looking this way. He doesn't even have a receiver this way. I'm good with this play call. But if he catches this ball and he hits him in stride, we're past the 50. We have timeouts. We have time to go get a field goal, get some positive energy going into the half. Your first couple of drives, you had really good things going that didn't finish. I understand what they're trying to do, but right here, that's on us. This play is on us.
I got to look at this again because this to me, this would be exactly what
that's where he was supposed to go.
And
I don't know.
And I'm guilty of this too because we in a press conference or on a post game, we don't have the ability to see this film that quickly. So when Frank Wilson says on Monday, he says, we got the play we wanted. We got the look we wanted. We got everything we wanted. And we're sitting there going, did you really? Yes. Yeah. Really. They did.
Look, you want to know what got Nuss benched is this is the play right before the half and the sack coming out the first drive of the second half. That's 2 bad plays by Nuss in a row, and he was like, look, we got to make a move.
I would really like to know why he didn't throw the ball there. I mean, you don't get much more open. And that's a throw he's capable of making. All day
he makes that
night.
in his sleep. I mean, that's an easy, wide open throw that he gets across the 50.
From a backyard shed to the top of the game, it's more than just baseball. It's a legacy built on passion and precision at Marucci. 2 decades of crafting the finest wood, metal, and leather in the game. We're here to help you run the game at MarucciSports.com. Don't forget about the Hitter's House, 5801 Segan Lane, and on Airline Drive in Metairie. 24/7 access to the members-only cages and bullpen cage reservation opportunities. 15% rental store discount for all members. Go to MarucciSports.com.
And just to finish on that last play, I get it. People miss reads, but in the back of his mind, he's a fifth-year senior. There's a lot of expectation from you. You got to know down, distance, time situations. I don't throw that ball away. I take the sack.
Yeah, because that essentially, Alabama would have got a little bit better field position after the punt, but they still would have been under 30 seconds, maybe under 25 seconds, no timeouts, and you would hope with a good punt on that end of the field, and it's just not there. All right, this is a play early in the third quarter. This drive was actually really good until they got inside the 10-yard line.
It's like a lot of our drives.
Yeah. Nussmeier's pass going to Xavier Thomas for 20 yards. This is a 2nd and 5 from the 46.
Yeah, and this is another play under center. And what you can watch right here, this is going to be a crossing route by Xavier. And the reason he gets there, it's a terrible fake, but if you rewind it, watch number 10. This is 10's hold. 10's dropping. And this play is made by him going under center and turning his back to the linebacker. When you watch him flow up, the reason he's able to get this deep over is because of the play action that allowed him to suck up and give him that extra room. There was a play early on, I didn't get on the film, where we run a play fake from shotgun. Same thing. The depth, he doesn't bite on it. We don't get the depth, nobody gets open. Because he turns his back to him, it sucks him up. He thinks he's getting a handoff, and it allows you to make that play. Just watch 10, watch the linebacker. Something about being out of center and turning your back to the linebacker, it sells that run. That's the terrible run fake. I don't know. You'd like to see a better mesh point, really sell on it. Durham really gets out of it, gets away from the fake. But just by getting under center and turning your back, it gives you enough separation.
All right, this is the play. This is the drive that would be Nussmeier's last in this game. They started out 1st and goal at the 9. They had a run get stuffed. They were running out of time to get a play call. They had to call timeout. They almost had, they had a delay game penalty. They called timeout because they almost had a second one. So you end up in 3rd down and 13, 3rd down and goal from the 13-yard line, and the sack goes all the way back. I'll tell you
before you hit play, I didn't like Frank's answer on why this occurred because they said they couldn't hear. Well, then why didn't they call the play in the huddle out of the timeout before they almost get over here and have another delay game?
Well, and he talked also about going to the wristbands this week, which is a wonderful thing, except it's week 10. I would have thought they had that in place when they went to Clemson.
Yeah, we played with wristbands my whole career.
I mean, it was going to be loud at Clemson, right?
Yeah.
It was loud at Clemson. They didn't think it was going to be loud at Alabama? I'm sorry. I mean, that's –
I get the first time out, okay. But once you bring over to everybody to the sideline, we're calling the play. We're going over the checks. We got a freaking TV timeout. We're there for 2 minutes. Let's get over it. To come back out and then have to call another timeout or call a timeout in that situation was just rough.
All right, what's he looking at here?
Well, he's trying to decipher the coverage right now. Everybody's playing off. You're going to have, a single high that might play cover 3. But what I like about this is what you haven't noticed yet is that Ori Williams in there. I think he played really well. He's a big body.
At the right tackle.
Plays with more level pads, parallel to the line of scrimmage. He looks like a guy that hasn't been – he's got a good foundation.
All right, let's watch.
But even when I watch this play, and Nuss has to do better right here. You step up. He's got all the time in the world. If he just steps up and pushes to the left, I don't see a lot of anybody open. And that's a bigger problem when you get into this. They're going to rush 3. We're blocking with 6. It makes it really tough when you can drop that many people into coverage in the red zone. and you'll see better from the wide view. Like Nuss can't do that. This is what got him pulled. This is when you saw Frank ripping him a new one on the sideline. But he's got to step up. This is blocked well to the right, or he's got a spin move, stays in front of him. Nobody over here. He sees this guy pushing. You got to step up and push out. But even here, you can let it run to where he gets sacked. I don't see. Maybe you got Xavion crossing over the middle at some point, but nobody's open. I mean, where's your concept?
Well, there's 8 of them out there.
Yeah,
it's kind of
you drop 8 in the red zone. I don't know where you go with the ball.
I mean, how many receivers did they have in the route? 3?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Get a leaker with the back.
That's enough to double cover everybody.
Drop 8, send 4 out.
Yikes. We're brought to you by Bayou Apparel. If you're looking for anything LSU, go to everythinglsu.com. Made by locals and shipping from Baton Rouge. One of a few local LSU official licensees. Bayou Apparel offers the highest quality products to showcase your brand, established or new. They create eye-catching designs that fit your company's message for logos, event T-shirts, and promotional items for your business. Go to everythinglsu.com. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? This is a 2nd down and 9. Simpson coming up. This is a sack by LSU, recovered by Harold Perkins, who had, I thought, his best game since the opener.
Yeah, caused a sack, recovered the fumble. Look, this is inspired defense. This is in the 4th quarter, trying to play their butts off to get us with a chance to win the game. And this is the most frustrating thing to me is there's been a couple times this year the defense has made a play, giving you an opportunity for the offense to step up and hold their weight. And we just can't do it. I mean, this is deflating as a defense when you make these plays. That's a hell of a play to come off a running back, have the confidence to stick your hand out, knock the ball down, fall on it. And right here, I mean, this is putting you in plus side. This is a close game. This is still a one-score game in the 4th quarter.
It was a one-score game that didn't feel like a one-score game, but they had opportunities.
Right here, I'm like, okay, go make a play, because the offense in every drive I saw something positive. Never saw us complete a drive, but there's so many positive things that it's really frustrating to me. Just we don't ever finish on offense.
Okay, this play is the one that really, really hurt, because you're looking at 3rd down and 9. There's 7.5 minutes to go in the game in regulation, and Trey Green is wide open.
Yeah.
And drops the ball. Frank had such a nice way of saying it. He goes, "We got the target, we just didn't complete the catch." I was like, wow, that is the nicest way I've heard.
I like the way he started. He sighed and said, "Let me be nice to Trey
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Let's let it run from the side, and then we're going to see the end zone view, which is the one I've been waiting. We were waiting to see all. Oh my!
And look, I don't know how fast I don't know what he runs in a 40, but when you see the backed up wide view.
Okay, can I back up before we look at the wide view? How many people they bring here? Because Van Buren makes the right read and gets rid of the ball accurately.
Yeah, they threw Hot off number 3. I mean, he reads it perfect. They're bringing like a strong side blitz. Everything's covered up. They're throwing Hot off the outside. I mean, Van Buren read it perfect.
And threw it perfect.
Yeah, this one will make you
upset. Yeah.
Especially when you watch the safety flying it right there. The safety's momentum's going this way. He's almost even with this linebacker. I don't know how fast he is, but he crosses the 50, maybe scores.
At the very least, it's going to be up near midfield.
He can't outrun a linebacker, I think he outruns a linebacker.
Well, even if the linebacker gets to him, there's a decent chance that he could shake a tackle if this guy, even if the guy gets
the
a
only
hand on him.
tough one I'm going to give him is my high school coach's son playing safety for Alabama right there, number 18, wears 18 for me. He might have caught him. He's pretty fast. But
this guy way on the outside, okay, if he takes the angle, he probably catches it up with him around midfield, maybe.
Yeah, and that's a big body. What if he slips a tackle?
Yeah.
This one hurt.
That one would have put Alabama in a bind.
But this is a game, like I've talked to enough people, like the football gods did not want us to win this game. Like there were so many positive things we had that, like, I think that they didn't want to reward us for how bad the season's been.
You make your own luck. That's the way I would put it. And when you've done enough bad things, well, the luck tends not to follow. When you do enough things the right way, I don't think it's by accident.
Yeah,
every now and then you catch a lucky break, but I think if you do the right things, you're in the right technique, you're in the right everything, I think more of the bounces go your way.
No doubt.
It's not a round ball. It's got to bounce in some direction.
Watch the next play where this ball bounces.
We're brought to you by Dependable Storage with 8 locations across Louisiana and 1 in Gulfport, Mississippi. Matching any competitor's pricing at Dependable Storage, convenient online rentals and payments, free use of the moving truck for new rental move-ins. You ever asked a friend, hey, can you come help me move? Hey, at least I've got the truck this time.
My back hurts.
Yeah. Clean facilities, secure and conveniently located. Check out the website at dependablestorage.com for locations, pricing, and rentals. All right, this is the final play we're going to look at. This is a complete pass for just a couple of yards for Alabama, and I'm sure you're showing me this for a reason.
The defense never quit. I mean, this is one of the times, to me, this is one of the best defensive games. I mean, Deshaun Spears makes a great play. Like, it bounces out of – this is what I'm talking about, the football gods in this game. It's the defense did everything they could to keep us in the game. You got the turnover at the beginning of the fourth quarter while we're still lagging right here. You get Deshaun Spears makes a hell of a play, bounces out of Butler's arms into the tackle's arms. I just was very proud of this defense. Excited about how they played. They fought their ass off. And, I just feel bad for them. I mean, when you – the theme you heard from Brian Kelly forever was complimentary football. And obviously, I mean, that's the one thing that we just could not get going this year.
Both quarterbacks are supposed to play this week, Nussmeier and Van Buren. Any thoughts about that as a former offensive player when you got two quarterbacks that you know are going to play?
I don't like the way it's said, like the way this worked out. This wasn't a package like we all assumed that Van Buren would have, or situational deals where he'd get in the game. This was Nussmeier got benched, they put another guy in. I like it better if there's a package for it and you've practiced it and understood it and you know rhyme and reason of why they're coming in. I think everybody's good. If you're telling me that you don't know who's better and we're just going to play one, play the other, I think that's a little bit harder to deal with.
We'll see how it goes. You have to coach by feel a little bit. If you say, well, this guy's going to play on the third series, what if the first guy engineers 2 touchdown drives?
No.
Or if you say, well, he's not going to play until the second quarter, what if the first guy goes out there and turns the ball over twice? I mean, I don't know how much you can script.
Yeah, to me, this decision has to be made in the locker room. You got to go in there with whoever I don't care what the coaches are watching in film or what's being said. Who do they feel the best they can win with? And those are the guys that, if they think the best way that they can win this game is with Van Buren and you run Nuss back out there, they think you're not trying. If they think it's Nuss and you put Van Buren in there, then they're not happy. It's got to be that offense as a whole, that group, who do they feel their best chance of winning is with?
It's worth noting that statistically, Arkansas has the worst defense in the Southeastern Conference, and it's by a pretty good margin. Everybody has moved the ball in the league, has moved the ball on Arkansas. So I'm sorry, but
Alabama was the
handed
second worst rush defense, and we rushed 59, third.
They were the same rush defense as Ole Miss.
Okay,
essentially,
we rushed for 59 yards or 58, whatever it was.
And you see, I tried to say something positive, and we
scored 23 against Southeastern. Like when I went through
against
today, La Tech,
yeah.
When I looked up the third down stats, and then I just had to punish myself looking further into it, and saw that we've scored 23 touchdowns this year, 8 of them against Southeastern. We've only scored more than 2 touchdowns in a game twice this year.
15 touchdowns in the non-Southeastern games this year.
Yeah, for the whole season.
Thanks for punishing all of us.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And in every game, we've only scored more than 2 twice, Southeastern and Texas A&M.
And with that, we will step aside. We'll have some more for you next week. We'll take a look at the Arkansas film, and we'll see. I'm not even going to attempt to predict what will happen in the next 7 days, but
nobody knows.
All I can predict for sure is we'll be back next week with another version of the Hannycast.